God not right after lunch. This is so great. I'd rather get people that are waking up than people that are going to sleep. So are you ready to talk about drama?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought I could either come speak for an hour or so, or I could just hand out stickers. And you just give those stickers, put them on anyone that has drama, and it should solve it. And I want to tell you a little bit about how I was raised and why I care about conflict without casualties. My father, Nate Regier, passed away 6 years ago. He was a missionary in Africa, and he went to Africa not to convert the natives to Christianity. He went to Africa to bring his skills in agriculture and to look for ways to work with people to find sustainable sources of protein. My father introduced rabbits to Africa. I was 8 years old and I had gone to sleep in our house in Zaire, Africa. And like many nights, we had ended the evening out around a fire with local chiefs, local elders, people visiting and talking, and I fell asleep on my mom's lap as I did many, many nights. This was the town demon-possessed person, and he did a lot of weird, crazy things. Well, that night, he had come by after we had all gone to bed and started throwing all of our wicker chairs onto the fire. And I watched my dad talk to this guy and engage him, and eventually, over the course of about 5 or 10 minutes, the two of them were sitting in the only 2 wicker chairs left, having a conversation while the fire died down. And so I watched him do things like that, and watched my mother do things like that their whole lives. And so I became convinced that conflict doesn't have to be destructive. Nelson Mandela was in prison when I was in high school in Botswana. During that time in the 1980s, Botswana was the only functioning black democracy in Africa. Right next to South Africa, which is still under apartheid rule, Nelson Mandela was in prison. And Nelson Mandela was one of the big inspirations for me growing up as someone who believed in conflict without casualties. And when he was released from prison and became president of South Africa, he didn't incite civil war. He didn't say, let's get back at all the whites that abused us. He started trying to develop this notion of struggling together to create a better South Africa. This is what I get to go home to every day. I got 3 daughters. They're all teenagers. 2 of them have cars, 2 of them have boyfriends, and all 3 of them have cell phones. I can't get enough drama stickers on me. But I love my kids. I love my daughters. They're wonderful. And all of the tools that we teach at Next Element every day, I use with my kids. Julie and I use them at home with each other and with our children, with her phone. And it was an October Friday afternoon in Kansas. What happens on Fridays in October in Kansas? Football. She was in high school. She was dating a football player. And it was Friday afternoon, and there is nothing more exciting for a teenage high school girl than to be getting ready for the football game. I came in the room and I said, Lauren, I checked your account, 2004 text, give me your phone. That's the rules. And she did what any teenager would do. I don't know what I'm going to do. My life is ruined. My boyfriend is going to break up with me. This is horrible. What was going through my mind was, what part of 2000 don't you understand? I mean, really? Your life's going to end because you don't get to use your phone for a couple days? I didn't say it. And then I had another thought. It's like, we have a landline, and it has a phone that you can dial by pressing numbers. Check it out. You can probably Google a YouTube tutorial if you want. But I didn't. I didn't say those things. I thought, I'm going to practice what I preach for a change. I'm going to try something that we've been working on at work, and it's called the Formula for Compassionate Conflict. And it's a method of connecting with somebody, holding them accountable in a spirit of dignity, and not throwing anyone under the bus. So here's what I